Hello friends, today we are going to analyze the given propped cantilever beam using consistent deformation method, which is loaded at partial UDL over the span. So the example data is as given in the figure, in which the UDL is at 4 meter and the intensity is 12 kilonewton per meter, having the head at location of roller support as shown in the figure. Now if we assume the reaction as at fixed support, vertical as a RA, anticlockwise moment MA, and vertical as a RB at location B as a roller support, and if we select a RB as a redundant, then the rest structure is a cantilever beam Now, if we calculate the moment at location A, then 12 as a UDL into distance 4 meter as a total load. So it is 12 into 4. Now the CG distance from location C is 4 by 2, but we have to take the moment at location A. So 3 meter as a extra distance. So the distance of CG from location A is 3 plus 4 by 2, and the total value of this moment at location A is 240 in terms of kilonewton meter in anticlockwise direction. Now if we take the moment at C, and moment at C is nothing but load into distance by 2 as a 12 into 4 into 4 by 2, which is equal to 96 kilonewton meter in anticlockwise direction. So if we draw a bending moment diagram for release structure, then it is as now at location B the moment is 0. For A to C there isn't any load between A to C, hence we have to connect these 2 points by inclined straight line, while for UDL from 96 to 0 we have to draw a parabolic curve. So diagram indicates the bending moment diagram for release structure, and we have to convert it into M over EI diagram. So our value is nothing but value divided by EI, and fixed support becomes free and free support becomes fixed for conjugate beam, and the M over EI diagrams gives the loading on the conjugate beam. Now for part A to C the loading is as trapezoidal, so let us convert it into a rectangular part having the intensity of 96 by EI, and race part is total 240 minus 96, hence the race part of triangular, or we can say that the uniformly varying load as a 144 by EI, so that the calculation is very easy for moment. Now according to the consistent deformation method we have to calculate the deflection at location B in conjugate beam. So let us calculate the deflection at B location as a delta B. And deflection at B can be calculated by bending moment at location B in conjugate beam. So we have to take the moment at location B. Now first of all, if we take the rectangular part having the intensity 96 by EI, then the value is in the negative, so minus 96 by EI into the distance is 3 meter, so value is minus 96 by EI into 3 into, now CG distance from location B is 4 plus 3 by 2. Now for the uniformly varying load of intensity 144 by EI, the value is 1/2 into 144 by EI into distance is 3 meter. Now from location B, the CG distance is at 4 plus 2/3 of 3. So it is 4 plus 2/3 of total distance as a 3. And the raised parabolic curve, the value is 1/3 into loading as a 96 by EI into distance of this parabolic curve is 4 meter, and from location B our CG distance is at 3/4 of the distance. Now solving this term, we will have the value as a 496 by EI of rectangular part, our value is -1584. Now for the UVL of 144 by EI, our value is -1296, and the parabolic curve having the value as a 384 divided by EI. Hence the delta B value for the conjugate beam is -3264 divided by EI. Now going ahead for the application of unit load at the location of redundant point, as now after application of point load, if we draw a bending moment diagram, then it is so M over EI diagram gives the uniformly varying load, and if we convert it into conjugate beam, then fixed support becomes free and free support becomes fixed. So delta BB, which is equal to bending moment at location B in conjugate beam while applying unit load at location B. Now M over EI diagram is our loading in conjugate beam, hence at location B, if we take the bending moment, then the value is 1/2 into 7 by EI into total distance as a 7, and the CG distance from location B is 2/3 of 7. Hence the value is 114.33 by EI as a delta BB. Now by consistent deformation method, the reaction at B can be calculated by equation RB into delta BB plus delta B, which is equal to 0. Hence our RB value is nothing but minus delta B divided by delta BB. Now minus delta B value is 3264 by EI, hence the value is 3264 divided by delta BB as a 114.33, and EI from both the value is cancelled. So our reaction at B, which is equal to 28.55 kilonewton. So from the consistent deformation method, our RB value is 28.55 kilonewton. Now from the given structure, if we take sigma V equal to 0, then RA plus RB, which is equal to 12 into 4. Hence RA can be calculated by 12 into 4 as a 48 minus RB as a 28.55. Hence RA value is equal to 19.45 kilonewton. And if we take moment at A location as a 0, then anticlockwise moment MA. Now RB into 7 in anticlockwise direction, so minus RB as a 28.55 into 7. Now UDL gives the clockwise moment and it is positive. Now for UDL, the load is 12 into 4 and CG distance from location A is 3 plus 4 by 2. Hence the value is 12 into 4 as a total load into 3 plus 4 by 2 as a CG distance, which must be equal to 0. Hence our MA value is nothing but in anticlockwise direction. So by using consistent deformation method, we can select any redundant and we can find out the redundant value first, and after that we have to analyze the raised resultant value by using three equilibrium condition as sigma v0, sigma moment 0 and sigma h equal to 0. Now let us go for the shear force and bending moment diagram of given propped cantilever beam as. Now the resultant of the given propped cantilever beam as shown in the figure, if we take the reference line, then at location A the shear force value is as a VA, which is equal to 19.45. Now from A to C there isn't any load between A to C, hence it is a horizontal straight line. Then from C to B the value is 19.45 minus 12 into 4, which gives the value as a minus 28.55. Hence our value is 28.55 as a negative, and at location B it is 0. So the diagram indicates the shear force diagram in which at location C to B we have 0 shear force and the distance is assumed as a x meter from the support B, then raised value is 4 minus x, and using the similar triangle between C to B we will have 19.45 divided by 4 minus x, which must be equal to 28.55 divided by x, hence the value of x, which is equal to 2.38 meter from support B. At that location our shear force is 0, hence the moment is maximum. Now going for the bending moment diagram, our bending moment at location A is minus 14.15 kilonewton meter. Now if we take the bending moment at location C, then it is minus 14.15 plus 19.45 as reaction at A into total distance is 3 meter, hence it is 3. The value is 18.2 kilonewton meter. Positive, it means it is clockwise. Now at location 2.38 meter from B, if we take the moment at location 2.38 meter, then the bending moment value is 28.55 into 2.38 minus UDL value is 12 into distance by 2. Hence the bending moment value at the shear force 0 location is 33.96 in terms of kilonewton meter. At location A our value is minus 40.15. At location B our value is 18.2. And the maximum value is 33.96 from support B at distance 2.38. and if we connect the A to C line by inclined straight line, as there isn't any point between A to C, and from UDL our diagram is curve, so it is at 33.96 and then up to 0, where the diagram from C to B is parabolic curve and the raised part is triangular. Now at location between A to C there is a point of contraflexure, as the diagram changes the sign from negative to positive, and if we assume the distance as a x from location A, then for point of contraflexure, our value is 14.15 by x, which must be equal to 18.2 by 3 minus x. Hence, the value of x, which is equal to 2.06 meter from A. So, it indicates at location 2.06 meter from A, there is a point of contraflexure. So, thus we can solve the shear force bending moment diagram for propped cantilever beam by assuming RB as a redundant by consistent deformation method. Thank you.